Bonnie here.
And I'm Tanika,
And we are the
Cocktail Bandits, the curly ladies who talk cocktails daily.
And we are here with...
I'm Doug Kragel, American Whiskey Ambassador with Bow Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
The award-winning
Kentucky Straight
Bourbon.
Right, Bladen Bow. Okay, Doug, how are you enjoying Charleston?
I love Charleston. I'm having a great time, and it's only day 1.5 for me, so I've got a long week ahead of me. Looking forward to it.
Well, what are we drinking today?
So, what I have for you ladies today is Bow Kentucky Straight Bourbon, coming out of the Stitzelweller Distillery. This is a brand that's really all about honoring the place where we're coming from. So it's honoring the Stitzelweller Distillery and its heritage. Everything from on the label, you've got Bow, which is the anatomy of a skeleton key, the Bow key, to the 5 keys on the front, which represent the 5 steps of making great bourbon. So as the story goes, back in the days when Pappy Van Winkle worked at Stitzelweller Distillery, 5 keys hung on the front door. And those keys were represented those steps of making great bourbon, as well as represented hospitality within the industry overall. And those 5 steps are grains, yeast, fermentation, distillation, and aging. So we wanted to honor that and put it right on the front of the bottle, and then also, of course, named it right afterwards. So what's so unique about the Bow Kentucky Straight Bourbon is that we actually implement a Solera aging process to the whiskey, which is pretty innovative in itself for whiskey, the bourbon industry overall. So what we had some of the last remaining Stitzelweller bourbon distilled off of that iconic column still that was running in the times of Old Fitzgerald and Cabin Still and brands like that coming out of there. And we wanted to find a way to use it and to bring it out to the world, but we didn't have enough to really just bottle it and send it out there. So what we did was we put it into a Solera system. It's basically a mingling system where we're doing levels throughout the process. If you imagine barrels, right, on the floor. And that mingling process gives us the opportunity to preserve for as long as possible that last remaining Stitzelweller bourbon. But we're also mingling in a lot of younger whiskeys. And those younger whiskeys, I think, give it complexity. So it gives you
by
this
mingling, you mean like blending?
Exactly. Yeah, we like to use the terms mingling
I like
and marrying.
mingle. I like mingle. That's nice.
Down in Kentucky, so.
Real classy.
It's got there's a
It's
sweetness
so
to it.
good. Yes.
Great finish. And this is 91 proof. So,
I
the
wouldn't
proof
have
level's
guessed
up there a little
that,
bit, but it doesn't drink like 91 proof at all.
How do you enjoy your Bladen Bow?
Personally, it's on the rocks or neat pour.
I would like it neat too.
Yeah. I love a nice big ice cube in there though. That's for all my bourbon too, because I like the evolution of the whiskey as it melts. So it slowly reduces in proof, and you get this. It's changing over time as you're drinking it, which is, I think, romantically, it's a great reflection of the bourbon itself changing over time. Just to let y'all know too, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but so Charleston is only the 7th city. Charleston's only the 7th city that we've launched Bladen Bow. So you can't get it everywhere, which I think is also great. Exclusive, yeah, and it's really about coming to towns that embody a lot of what the brand is, and it's great whiskey towns, great drink towns, great food towns,
Yes.
and hospitality, and all of that kind of mixing it together. You can't find a better place than Charleston for that.
Or Prohibition.
Or Prohibition.
Or
It's the
Prohibition,
awesome
for
place.
sure. Oh yeah, 100%. Now we have a treat. This is the Bladen Bow 22-year-old limited edition. So,
I like limited.
yeah, so when we say there are only 7 cities that we've been to, this is even more limited than that. So where you're going to have allocations of maybe a couple cases are going to come to the market at the most, because there's hardly any of this left. And it's basically going to release when we can, and then it's going to disappear. And hopefully, knock on wood, there'll be enough to last for a little while for us to be able to still bring it out on special occasions. So this 22-year-old,
I love the color.
yeah, right? I mean, the age is all right there. The color is fantastic. But so what we wanted to do with this was we wanted to mingle together and find a way to honor the larger picture, where the Kentucky Straight Bourbon in itself, the non-age statement, is all about the place Stitzelweller and honoring the heritage of that one location, this is kind of the bigger idea of honoring the heritage of the bourbon industry overall. So we had in our possession 2 wonderfully old and delicious bourbons that we wanted to mingle together, and just come up with something that was, it's all about the taste for this one, you know, and well, why don't we try it for yourself?
Let's cheers to mingle.
Yeah, cheers to mingling.
Cheers.
All right.
We like to make bourbon female friendly because a lot of our women want to get introduced to bourbon, but
Oh, yeah.
they're a little afraid of it because it's heavy. They're used to people just serving it to them straight, and our palates can be a little delicate. So if you have any suggestions for
Well,
a lady?
I think first off, it's always great to try it straight just to appreciate the whiskey, but I think never be afraid to add water to it. I mean, water is such an important part of the bourbon making process overall. I mean, there are so many steps within the whole process that you're adding that if you feel like the proof level is just a little much, I think bringing that down, all you're going to do is open up more flavor. You know what I mean? And be able to appreciate it. So I think that's the first thing. And then the other thing, of course, is a lot of great cocktails out there. They can be, you know, nice balance, and they're like the folks here at Prohibition, and a lot of the great bars in Charleston. It's like they know how to balance the drink, so you still taste the spirit, you're still appreciating the whiskey for what it is, but you're getting it mingled together with a bunch of other components that are allowing